Well, hello everybody. It's Ronnie with Whip and Chain. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you fun crochet tutorials. Today we got a really nice one. We got a tea towel holder. Look at those that design. Really pretty. Really pretty. And there's the doggy with the Christmas lights. Excuse my stove. I've been cooking and everything else in the kitchen, so the stove's not perfectly clean, but what I'm showing you is this is what we're going to be making. And we're going to dive right into this. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to have fun making this tea towel holder. Disclosure, you need to use 100% cotton yarn. It's just needed for a lot of reasons, but big one for safety, to prevent fire, to prevent you getting burned, to prevent it getting melted, prevent kids from getting hurt. Fire, kids, you hurt, burned, all of the above. Other yarns, they melt and they can catch fire and they can get hot, and you just don't want that. So 100% cotton. I'm using 2 of these wooden rings. Okay. These are 3 inches in diameter in the center. Okay, you can use a little smaller if you want. Just make sure you pick a size that your tea towel will fit in comfortably. Obviously you need a tea towel, 5mm ring, pair of scissors, 5mm crochet hook, pair of scissors, sewing needles, and I'm using Hobby Lobby yarn. I'm using this 100% cotton. It is called Peppermint Twist, but since I have a sample already started with it that I'm going to switch over to, and then at least get you started on this one, and then we'll switch over to the color I'm actually using. Alright, so you need to chain 18. So let's chain 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Second chain from the hook. Use your back humps here and put in a single crochet. So your first whole row is 1 single crochet in every stitch, and that will take you to 17 stitches. 2, 3, just 1 single crochet all the way down, 4, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, check your count, make sure you got 17. So now we're going to turn our work, and I want you to chain 1 in that very first stitch. That chain 1 don't count. In that very first stitch, I want you to put in a double crochet. Okay, skip 2 full stitches, go into the 3rd. In that 3rd stitch, I want you to put in 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then you chain 1, and then in that same stitch you put in 1 more double crochet. So now follow along here tight. You skip 4 stitches. 1, 2, 4. In that 5th stitch, make sure you skip 4. You put in 3 double crochets again. 1, 2, and 3. chain one, and put in another double crochet. Now again, skip 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. In that 5th stitch, let's repeat that one more time. You put in 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 and put in another double crochet. Now you skip 2 stitches, and in that your last stitch, 1 double crochet. So your beginning and your end is the same. Now bring you a little tighter in so you can see. Turn your work, chain 1, and in that very first stitch right here where you're at, put in 1 double crochet. Now you see where this chain 1 and your double crochet is? You should be able to see with the gap there. You wrap your hook and you're going around that one single double crochet, just going around it. Take your hook and go around it and put in a double crochet. It's almost a front post double crochet is exactly what it is. Now in the regular gap where the chain 1, not again around the post, but in that gap you're going to put in 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And you chain 1 and put your last double crochet in. Now we just jump, no chaining here. We jump to our next one. In this one single double crochet after the chain 1, you do your front post double crochet around it. And then in the gap here, you put in your 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then you chain 1 and you put in 1 more double crochet. Alright, let's do that one more time. And that 1 double crochet that stands apart where the chain 1 and the double crochet, you do a front post double crochet. Then you go right into the gap, the regular gap. You're done with that post. You put in 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. And you put in 1 more double crochet. Okay. Then you go down here into the end where your first double crochet is. You put in a double crochet right on top of that to even out the sides. Okay. Turn your work. And this is a repeat. So what we just did, it's a repeat. Chain 1, put a double crochet on top, and then here it is again. Here's your first one. You put a front post double crochet on that double crochet that's all by itself, and then in this gap here you put in 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. No, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 1 double crochet. I think I said 3. So then you jump to your next one right here. There's only 3 in this. So you do front post, double crochet, and then in the gap here you do 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, and a double crochet, and then your last one you do your front post double crochet, and then in your gap here you put in 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, you chain 1 and your 1 more double crochet, and then in your end, that last stitch, you put 1 double crochet, and you just keep repeating that. Look how pretty that is. I love it. So now I'm going to switch to the color that I'm actually doing, and that's this. Now you can make this any length that you want. Like if you have higher stoves or higher ovens that you're going to be putting this on, just remember it's folded. So you got to determine how low you want it to hang. Now my oven door is closer to the floor. So that being said, mine isn't that long. Mine is actually 7 inches in length. Okay, you can make yours any length that you want. Again, any length. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to tidy this up, the sides and the tops and the bottom, before we do anything else. Look how pretty this color turned out, just for the record. And what's nice is this pattern is the same on both sides. All right. So now remember, we had 17 stitches down here. We want 17 stitches up here. So the way I look at it is 1 stitch on each end. That takes us down to 15. All right, so 5, 5, and 5. So we're going to do single crochets all the way across. It's not going to be even. It don't need to be even because it's going to get squished and put on the wooden ring. So don't drive yourself insane trying to get it flat. It's not worth the time and it doesn't work. So single crochet 1, and there's my first single crochet right on that edge. And you can count. All right, that's down 16 stitches. So I'll just count 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I'm gonna try it again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and one in the last, 17. It's almost every stitch, not quite. Now, we're going down the edge putting single crochets. What I'm going to suggest is to put a single crochet in that same last stitch, so you have 2. That way we're rounding a corner. Now I'm going to suggest put 1 single crochet in the gap, single crochet, single crochet. I would put all single crochets in all the gaps that you could find going down. And how many you do on this side is how many you do on the other side. So let's do it. There's a gap. That's 1. There's a gap. That's 2. All single crochets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So I want 24 on this side too. So now on the bottom, just a single crochet all the way across. Make sure again you have 17 stitches, but in that last one, remember, we added an extra single crochet to round the corner. So 17 single crochets, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, now I'm just going to run 24 stitches up here, and I'll meet you at the end. Single crochet, guys. Okay, now you did your edging. Looks pretty. This pattern is to die for. I love it. I love it. You need a really, really long tail for us to put the this around the wood, because we go back and forth 2 times. So give yourself plenty of towel. Yeah, plenty of extra thread. All right, so you need one of your needles, and find your end. This is just going to take some time, guys, because it's so long. The first thing I do is I run it through my hook here to make sure I think I actually cut too much off, but maybe I'll have plenty extra to do the other side then with you. So. Sometimes my lack of getting it together is frustrating for me. Anyway, so here's your towel, here's your wooden ring. So what you want to do is you want to go in the very first stitch, and you're going to go up and around your towel. If you hear that noise in the background, that's my ice maker. I'm just going around. And then you come back in, and then you go into the next stitch. And you go around. Then you go into your next stitch. That's all you do. Around and around and around and around. And make sure, as you're doing it, your loops don't overlap. We'll go into your next stitch. And if your loops overlap, catch it now and fix it. And next. So just keep doing this until you reach the end of this one, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, here's what the first round looks like. So now I'm gonna just repeat it. I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna go turn it around. Yeah. And then I'm just going to go in the same stitches, going back one more time, because you want this to be extremely, extremely secure. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to keep going back through, all the way back around. So it's 2 in each stitch. One's going one direction, one's going the next direction. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So going back and forth twice. After I'm all done that, we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, I got both my ends done. Oh, I didn't trim my edge too good, but I tucked in my yarn tails really good and healthy. I'm gonna need to get these sharpened. There we go. Anyway, here it is. Very nice. Very, very happy with it. And you take, I got a Christmassy towel. Raise you up a little bit so you can see a little better. Christmassy towel. You put it over your hook. And then you put your towel in there. And it hangs over the stove. Well, thank you guys. I really, 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 really appreciate you watching our videos. We're trying to get some different holiday stuff out so you guys have some choices, and they'll always be up there. So if not this year, next year. You can make a ton of projects and just have a ball with them. And this stitch is absolutely beautiful. It will work in solid and this kind of color, and you know, the color changing yarn where they're longer pieces. It'll work in all that. Gorgeous. You can make one of these in every color for the whole season. Well, thank you. I'm Ronnie. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you beautiful crochet tutorials. Here at Whip and Chain, it is always a work in progress. Until next time, bye-bye.